So Ted Cruz is a pretty loathsome human being. I don't think that's a surprise to any of you who are watching. He's smarmy and absolutely unbearable. And now he's got an opponent in Beto O'Rourke. Now, Beto O'Rourke, of course, won his primary race last night in Texas. So, look, man, I think he's got a decent shot against Ted Cruz. Although, look, Cruz is an incumbent. He's raised a lot of money, but O'Rourke has actually raised a lot more money, which is very interesting. Now, since Beto had just won his primary, and since he had been outraising Ted Cruz is going to take some swipes at him, and he had this interesting little jingle that's going to poke fun at his name. Let's take a look.
I remember reading stories, liberal Robert wanted to fit in, so he changed his name to Beto and hit it with a grin. Beto wants those open borders and wants to take our guns. Not a chance on earth he'll get a vote from millions of Texans.
That was fucking horrid. Look, I'm already not a country fan, but Jesus Christ. Despite the fact that it's bad, it's also factually inaccurate. Oh no, Beto who wants open borders, and he wants to come take your guns. No, he doesn't want to take your guns. Yes, he wants to put a ban on semi-automatic assault weapons. Well, that's different. Now, of course, that's context and information and facts. They're not interested in that. So now, after Ted Cruz releases that, he's going to be he's going to end up going on CNN's New Day with Chris Cuomo, and Cuomo is going to make him squirm because look, he's using the same kind of tactics that Donald Trump used against him in the primary, and again, Cuomo's going to call him out for it. Let's take a look.
You go after Beto for his name. Beto is obviously a nickname. Why? One, you didn't like that dirty pool when you were running for president and the president called you Lion Ted. You didn't like that kind of tactic. And, you know, look, your name is Raphael. You know, you go by Ted. Your middle name is Edward. That's an anglicized version of it. He went the other way and has a more ethnic version of his name. Why go after it? You're both doing the same thing.
Well, listen, you're absolutely right. My name is Raphael Edward Cruz. I am the son of my father, Raphael Cruz, an immigrant from Cuba who came to Texas with nothing and had $100 in his underwear, couldn't speak English, washed dishes, making 50 cents an hour. And my dad's journey of an immigrant coming to Texas seeking freedom, that's the American story. That's who we are. You know, in terms of the jingle, some of it is just have a sense of humor. I mean, you actually miss the title of the song, which is, if you're going to run in Texas, you can't run as a liberal man.
Okay. There's obviously a lot of stupid to break that down, or to break down in that. So, I don't know. Let's start with the fact that I don't exactly want to know what was in your dad's underwear. I don't care. I really don't want to see that in there, or hear about that, okay? So, and yes, I don't want to see that either. But look, man, Ted Cruz, he's a smarmy politician. He's one of the slimiest politicians. So, of course, he's going to use that. Yes, he is going to line the dirty pool. He is the dirty pool. He's the one who made the pool dirty in the first place. Long before Donald Trump, Ted Cruz was already there, dirty in the pool. Again, now, speaking of how he got along with Donald Trump, by the way, Trump basically emasculated him the entire time during the primary. Oh, Ted Cruz, you're such a tough guy. Why didn't you respond to the attacks against your wife, against your father? Trump said that his father killed JFK. I mean, that's insanity. It's insanity. And what did Ted Cruz do? Did he fight back? No. No, you know what Ted Cruz did? He did this. Oh, that's so embarrassing. Oh, that's so embarrassing. That picture, look, all Beto O'Rourke has to do is just put that on a billboard. Blow it up and put it on a billboard. he'll win. Now, of course, he's not going to do that. Actually, O'Rourke actually answered what he's going to do in response to this ad. And this is another clip that I'm going to show you what he's going to do. Let's take a look.
Do you plan to compose a punk rock song to counter that jingle?
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to meet with and work with my fellow Texans on the big issues that we want Texas to lead on. We are the defining immigrant state. We should be leading the way on immigration reform, not being the sole senator, as Ted Cruz was, to turn his back on Texas and this opportunity to lead on an issue that we know better than anyone else in any other part of the country. I want to make sure that Texas goes from being the least insured state in the country to leading the way to ensure that every single American can see a doctor or a provider or afford their medications so that they can live to their full potential, finish their education, go to work, pay taxes, create a business, hire more Americans.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that we get our democracy back and return it to the people and get corporations and PACs and lobbyists and special interests out of the halls of Congress. And running this campaign in the most grassroots fashion that we've seen in Texas, all 254 counties, relying on people instead of PACs and corporations.
Congressman,
that's the way to do it.
Why aren't you taking my punk rock bait?
Because I just don't think that's what folks in Texas want us to focus on. I mean, we can get into name calling and talk about why the other person's such an awful guy, or we can focus on the big things that we want to do for the future of our country.
Oh, that's a good answer. Like him or not, think he's progressive enough or not, that's a good answer. And I know some of you have reservations about O'Rourke. Of course, he had a great primary challenger. She did not win, of course. But look, he's running on a platform of Medicare for all. That's pretty good. That's pretty progressive. I'm definitely in favor of that. So his answer is, yeah, look, Ted Cruz is going to sit there and play games and make fun of my name. I don't care about that. You know what I actually care about? I care about issues. That's the kind of campaign you're going to run. Because remember, we had Democrats in 2016 that ran the, hey, let's do name calling, let's make fun of this guy, let's not actually talk about the issues. I wonder what happened to those Democrats. Oh, right, they lost. Maybe he's onto something. And again, look, this race is a long shot. I understand that. But if anybody's got the chance to take on Ted Cruz and actually win, it would be this guy. Because he seems like he actually has an understanding of how to run an actual decent campaign. Again, he's not shying away from progressive issues. He's not saying, oh, no, I just want access to healthcare. No, we want to make sure that you can see a doctor and that you can actually afford your medication. That is a progressive position. That's a position that I think that a lot of people, conservatives or not, are actually going to, they're actually going to agree with. This is going to resonate. So, look, Ted Cruz is going to play that. He's going to lay in the dirty pool. But O'Rourke, again, to his credit, he's not going there. And I think that's an excellent political move. So we'll see what happens as this campaign continues to go forward. But look, I'm really interested at seeing what's going to happen. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.